spectate. Busan, amazing. I think Busan's quite a good map for Ana, because it's got some just nice sightlines. Some nice positions for an Ana player to play.
Science will reveal the truth.
Looks like we will be working together.
I need healing. I understand.
This is why does it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Capture the objective. This is my will. I've sighted the enemy.
You're not really doing anything right now. Like you're.
Yeah, I don't really.
You're kind of just looking and not doing anything.
Can I just put in damage or like?
Yeah, you can do. But also, when you zoom in on sites like that, you know that you have people to your right, so you put yourself at a risk.
I don't know why I'm so. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I don't know why I'm so adamant about scoping in.
Probably because you're not confident on your unscoped accuracy.
It's actually terrible.
You'll get better at it just by doing it, though. So you're frontlining a bit as Ana here, which is very risky, because you, especially if against a hog, the hog will just hook you. You need to prioritize your healing. So think who's likely to take damage in the next few seconds. That person that was far off in the distance was not really worth your time trying to heal.
I don't know. I haven't seen a Winston until now. Like.
I've come back from worse.
Again, that's a.
Just wait for my team.
Yeah, it's not worth peeking the Hanzo because he will just land a lucky shot on you.
God, that old nearly killed me.
Yeah, don't be afraid to nade yourself if you need to.
Come left.
The thing is, it takes you 3 shots to kill a Hanzo. However, it takes 1 headshot for the Hanzo to kill you. So, again, if you assume equal skill, you can even apply game theory to this. It's just not in your advantage to take that battle on the Hanzo.
I said push left, like.
Much better.
Somewhere at AFK, I think. See, look, now I can't see any of my team. That's because I went by myself. But, like, I'd expect.
You now have 4 DPS.
I don't know, it's just I expect my team to know what they're doing and I shouldn't do that.
So what you can do as well is try and get some of the enchanted armor guys to queue with you. You could have slept that.
Like now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see who's in channel.
It's one of the reasons VOD reviews are definitely the more popular way to go, because you know, games like this, it's difficult to give you any useful or relevant advice because it's not very accurate to the standard situation.
If I don't know, just hit. I'm gonna ask. Do you mind if I just quickly check out and ask them?
Yeah, that's fine.
On the checkout.
0-1.
So yes, I think live coaching does have its uses. I think it's useful alongside VOD reviews. I think especially if someone particularly solo queues a lot, it can be very useful because
I'm gonna check them out.
you don't get to choose what.
now.
Hmm?
They're in comp.
They're in
all
comp.
At least we've got a main tank this time. Like, oh well, we had Winston, I guess, but
I like to think in terms of this guy's gone main tank, he deserves the healing. These other guys that are playing DPS when we need a second tank, you don't deserve healing as much. If you go tank, you'll get more healing. Focus on your main tank. Your main tank is your main job. Just zone in on your main tank. If he dies, that's on you. Your main tank is your job, is your responsibility. So if you move to the right, then the Hanzo that's trying to shoot you can't shoot you. So rather than trying to take the 1v1 on a target, again, just stubbornly refuse to take that fight. Adjust your positioning, hugging walls, to deny the enemies the sightlines they want. Is this your Rhino Shatter? He's coming up on Shatter. I could tell because he's deciding to hide.
yeah, I was gonna say.
He's going for a very interesting flanking play. Again, look right, see where your main tank is. You don't want to take that 1v1.
It's not doing anything though.
You can drop down here.
That didn't hit my jump out, okay. That was just down to me missing shots.
Positioning as well. Your instinct needs to be to stay alive by avoiding confrontation. You know, that Hanzo has to land 1 headshot. You have to land 3. It's not worth you taking that 1v1. Just keep your Rhine alive. You have a D.Va now, is that? That's instead of your Rhine.
Yeah.
So now your D.Va's your job. And just disengage on that.
Gonna die.
There's no reason for you to be feeding ult charge. There you go. Just show your team that you are not taking that fight. That you're not going in. You're making yourself... You know, you don't need to be taking damage right now. You already have your ult. Nice sleep. There you go. Just distance yourself, keep distancing yourself, keep your Ashe alive. See, if you keep...
I walked into the... Oh my god.
If someone is attacking a person in front of you, normally they will continue fighting that person as long as that person is alive. So they would have focused on that Ashe until the Ashe was dead, probably. You know, if you keep your main tank and your tanks alive, the enemies will have a much harder time dealing with you. Because the tanks will likely be drawing a lot of their focus. You can throw a nade in to just deal damage to a target like the Hanzo, and as well it stops the Brig healing him. So don't be afraid to nade at one target to anti them and deny healing onto that target. You'll probably want to nano your D.Va here. Nano, nano, nano.
That's unfortunate, the Genji wasn't very good.
So yes, I'm noticing a bit of an improvement. Basically, you just need to keep with the zoning in on your tanks.
Play of the game.
You might think that you have to do less babysitting as you go up in rank. Actually, it's the opposite. If you're just babysitting your tanks, like your Rhine, he can play as aggressive as he wants to. He can just continue moving forwards. Rhines are normally forced to disengage because they're either low on health or low on shield. If you're keeping them healed up, then they can just keep pressing W and keep pressing mouse 1. You'll No, like if you play as a main tank, and as a main tank player, when you're just getting very, very consistent heals from your Ana or your Moira,
Yeah,
it makes a
Nameless is
world of difference.
Same.
Yeah. And it's very noticeable to me when our Ana, instead of sending 2 shots in my direction as the tank, if she wastes them on a flanker or an enemy, I'm just here, they're going, well, I'm surviving, but I cannot create the space or continue to apply the pressure I want to apply. Some people think that you should just be healing just to ensure that people just don't die. But actually, you know, if I am 150 health, I'm going to be playing a lot more defensive and passive than if I have 500 health and know that I'm going to get healed. So Ana is really good for enabling your tanks to really fulfill their potential. The thing is, if your tanks are then able to create the space and be in the space they want to, that in turn creates the space for your DPS and gives them the opportunities. If your Winston or Ryan is able to apply the pressure and presence that they want to, they then create that space for the rest of the team. And they take all the pressure away from you as the supports. And your DPS can then do what they want to do. So yeah, it's just a cyclical thing. That's why I get people to really zone in on healing as Ana. Unless you're specifically finishing off a low target, or you need to kill the target to save yourself. Because while it doesn't feel like very much time for you to take 1 or 2 shots at a different target, it makes a world of a difference for tanks.